Hey everybody, thanks for joining me this evening. Not in the forge today, we've got more of a scenic view behind us because the days are long in the summer, so might as well take advantage of it. Today I'm excited to show you something new. It is a mini everyday carry Bowie. And I'm especially excited about this one because it is a coffin handle style Bowie. So if you're familiar with the Bowie knife design, you'll know that coffin handle kind of design is pretty iconic. It comes from kind of the, see it in the Old West, 1800s, and was a popular design then. And I wanted to make something that you could carry nowadays that would put you in continuity with early Americans, because that's kind of the cool point of all this. You know, a independently minded American man has always understood that his interests are best seen by, his defense interests are best seen by a Bowie knife and a pistol or a revolver of some sort. Now, generally, you know, bigger Bowie knife like this, something that you could really get some work done with, but something that's pretty big to carry. And the revolver, again, generally a larger revolver. And I think that's kind of cool. I think a lot of people are attracted by that. It's just kind of a two combination system that covered a variety of situations. Because of course, right at the spot where the pistol starts to become less effective, really close, is when the knife starts to become more effective, really close. If you've ever done any sort of pistol training, you know that if you're starting it from here, you need to make some space to get that pistol out. But of course, here is right where you want to be if you're using your knife. So they kind of intersect. Their Venn diagrams intersect right there, right where the pistol is starting to be kind of iffy, maybe you won't win the fight. The knife is starting to go up in probability of winning that fight. So the pistol and the knife combined together has, for a long time, been the weapons of choice for, again, Americans interested in self-protection. I keep saying American because the Bowie knife and revolver really is an iconically American combination. So I wanted to get something that would capture kind of that Americana, that feeling, that idea, and that ability to defend oneself, but shrink it down into a modern day package, because these days things are smaller and it's harder to carry a big Bowie knife like this. It will be strange and weird for people, and it's hard to carry a big old revolver like they did back then. But you can still have that same combination with a small Bowie knife and, wait for it, a small type revolver. This is modern style. This is your Ruger LCRX. And how cool would that be? A little combination of a little Bowie knife and a little revolver. And I'll tell you what, these two weapons, well, one's a tool and a weapon, the other's just a weapon, can cover a lot of bases between near and far. And both these together would only weigh just a couple ounces. This is, I think, 12.5 ounces. And this is 3 ounces or less. For just a little bit of ounceage, you could be in continuity with the early Americans carrying a Bowie knife and a revolver to protect yourself and be in really good stead. So I thought that was pretty cool, and that's why I'm so excited for this little coffin handle Bowie. So a couple things about the Bowie. You'll see that it's got a sharpened false edge there. That's kind of exciting. Again, kind of an homage to the old Bowies. It's not fully sharpened, it's a false edge. It could be fully sharpened, but I determined to leave it not, because you lose a lot of utility cuts like this. If it's sharp on the back, you can't do that. If you want a baton with it out in the camp, you can't do that if the back is sharp. So the back of this one is not fully sharpened, but it easily could be. You can see the little temper line here. Maybe you can in this lighting. There, you can see it a little bit. Temper line where it's differentially tempered. The edge is nice and hard. The spine is nice and soft. This is able to baton into steel bar without hurting the edge. Baton into brass, of course, it's softer without hurting the edge. It's got a really good temper to it and a great convex edge geometry. Notice how that edge geometry just curves down to here. Picture it like the bow of a ship, right? There's the bow of the ship, and then there's the design of the ship. And as the ship moves efficiently through the water, so too does a convex edge move efficiently through whatever's in its way. Same thing with an airplane wing. They're convex like that, and they're meant to move well through the air. The same is true of a convex edge. It also makes an incredibly durable edge that can slice finely. Here we go, time for a sacrifice. You heard it, you saw it, just all that hair, so easy, right? It's gonna take me 12 months to grow that back. I don't grow hair very quickly now, but it's sharp enough to do that, but it's durable enough to cut into a steel or a brass bar because of that convex edge. You've got some jimping on the back, just decorative, also pretty cool. And the handle itself is curly maple. Curly maple is also kind of a pioneer favorite. They liked it with their Kentucky long rifles and with their knives. So I incorporated that onto this. So you've got this super cool, super compact, incredibly sharp, durable, functional, and if needs be, deadly package, all for just a few ounces and a few bucks. Now, it comes with this sheath, and I'll show you that close up in just a second. All right, let's get a look at this sheath. This is 3 layers of 8-ounce leather on top of each other, and with, of course, a spot cut out in the middle for the knife. Now you'll see belt grooves on either side, and that comes where you can wear it canted. Now, this is totally reversible. You can wear it canted this way or this way. You could wear it on your, if you're right-handed, left side pointing towards your right hand, or wear it on your right side pointing like this. So you can come down and grab it, and I'll show you me wearing it in just a second. But I want to show the quality of the sheath, because these sheaths are hand cut, hand stitched, hand stained, hand oiled, hand polished. I mean, they're everything. They're hand everything. And a sheath like this costs you probably, I don't know, $100 if you're getting it made by a custom leather worker. And well, yeah, I should really charge more for that. I don't charge anything for the sheath. It's just included in the price of the knife, but really I should be charging extra because these things are super quality. That's all hand done. That's not done by machine. And again, all the edges and everything like that is hand done. So get a look at that nice welt, some retention in there, pull it out and snap it in. And now let me show you what it looks like when I am wearing it. All right, well, here's how it looks on the body. You can see it's canted at a jaunty angle, which is quite comfortable for a draw of this nature, just like that. Or, let's not poke myself, or a draw of down, grab, up, oops, slippery because of the oil, this nature here. And it can conceal, 100%, super easy. No one can see it. And if I just want to get it for, hey there, if I just want to get it for utility, I'll just casually grab it, cut my whatever with it, and pop it back in. And if I need to get it for, an emergency, then I can go and grab it quickly. It's ready to go. So that is how it mounts. Now it can go like this. That was a little strange. It can go like this here, or let me show you another way you can wear it. There, I've tucked my shirt in to show the knife better, but you could kind of wear it over here in appendix. Now this isn't quite as comfortable for me because I've got that bone right there, and that kind of is butting up against it, but different bodies are made differently. So you could also have it over here. Draw, cut, and this would be nice if you're kind of in the woods just using it for utility work and all that sort of thing. So you can carry it in that position. Now that I've shown you the sheath and knife, let me just roll in a little bit of video of using this effectively at a range of 7 yards, and then using this effectively at a much closer range, a range that would be too close to reliably be able to employ a pistol. And again, that's the thing. Closer in, your pistol is going to be easier to get grabbed and pushed down, grabbed and manipulated, yanked from your hand. That doesn't work too easily when I've got this here. You can't grab that and take it from my hand. It's all sharp. And if you grab it, twist like this, and you twist and you cut and you move out of the way and move in. So a knife is going to be really good for you up close, and just get a little bit of space and then feel free to go to your pistol, which is going to be effective there. And you guys know that already if you've had any training or even just watched plenty of YouTube videos. So let's roll in some footage of the pistol being used effectively at 7 yards, and then a little footage of the knife being used effectively at much closer range. All right, 4 layers of work pants material here. And that is through and through, just hanging out of the air. I mean, that's super important. You've got to be able to cut through material of this nature if you're going to be using this for defense. And this just does it so easily. Now, let us try that with a big old mumbo jumbo here, big old Recon Tanto. Can this get through the pants? Watch, I'm gonna give it my all. Nope, not quite. Nope. Now, why is that? Not totally fair. This is pretty thick, right? But you can see, if you're trying to go through a sweater, that thickness is going to start to press in the material, and that's just going to push the guy back. And before you know it, you push the person back instead of actually piercing through the material and getting that cut you need. So that thinner tip is good in that regard. Just kind of fluff this up. Get another. There you go. So you got that with a small knife. All right, well, we've covered the Bowie knife, how it pairs so well with a nice small little revolver, how you can keep those two together for very little weight and be really well taken care of and also very comfortable. It's fun to have something big like this, but you can't always carry that with you. This you can always carry with you, especially with this nice form-fitted and beeswax sealed sheath. So if you liked this, please hit the like button, please comment, please subscribe. We're putting out more videos like this. And if you want a knife of this sort, get a hold of me in the, I don't know if I'm gonna put my number below in the comments or not. I feel like that is asking for spam. So I'm sure there's a way to get a hold of me. Maybe go to Mars Fire Forge on Instagram and send me a personal message there. I'll check that, I'll see it, and if you want to order a knife of this sort, then I will whip you one up. Also, if you just want a totally custom knife, kind of like my favored accipiter that I do always carry with me. I was just very much in public today for an extended period of time, and this was with me the whole time, and it was, yeah, it was there, and we're good to go. Anyway, if you want something more custom like this, also, let me know. I can do that. Can you see the hamon? Nah, lighting's not good for seeing the hamon. This has a clay tempered hamon though, folks. So kind of stayed there. Anyway, thank you for watching. And again, subscribe and all that. Like, I'd appreciate that. Check me out at Instagram, Mars Fire Forge. Thanks, everybody. Have a good evening.